This Pitbull's scream sounds like something from Jurassic Park, but wait until you hear the story behind that voice. What Kristen discovered about this street dog changed everything she thought she knew about rescue animals. Kristen was walking home from work when she spotted him near the park entrance. A pit bull, skinny and covered in dust, standing completely still. No collar, no tags, just watching her with those tired eyes. Most people would have kept walking, but something made her stop. The dog didn't run, he didn't bark, he just walked up slowly, wagged his tail once, and rested his head against her knee. That single moment decided everything. She couldn't leave him there, so she brought him home, gave him water, and watched him collapse on her couch like he'd been waiting his whole life for that spot. She named him Mo. That first night, he didn't make a sound. The next morning, Kristen woke up with his head tucked under her arm like they'd known each other for years. The connection was instant, undeniable. But Kristen knew she had to do the right thing. What if someone was looking for him? What if a family was heartbroken, searching everywhere? So, the next day, she took Mo to the shelter. Not because she wanted to, because it felt honest, because giving his previous owners a chance seemed like the moral thing to do. But leaving him there tore her apart. And if you're still watching without subscribing, I have to be honest with you. That hurts a little, because stories like Mo's need to reach more people. Real rescues, real transformations, real love. So if this story is touching your heart even a little bit, hit that subscribe button right now. You'll help more animals like Mo get the attention they deserve. And trust me, you won't regret it. Kristen visited Mo every single day, and every single day he changed, not for the better. He stopped wagging his tail, stopped showing excitement. He would just press himself against her legs and stay there, silent and still, like he'd given up. The shelter staff said he barely ate. Mo wasn't just sad, he was shutting down. Then Kristen noticed something that made her skin prickle. The date she found Mo? June 17th, the day before Father's Day, her late father's birthday. She'd lost him when she was just 16 years old. That couldn't be a coincidence. It felt like a message, like her dad had sent Mo to her. Or maybe Mo had sent himself at exactly the moment she needed him most. The next day, she went back to the shelter, but this time, she didn't just visit, she brought Mo home for good. "You're mine now," she whispered to him in the car, and Mo, for the first time since she'd left him there, started wagging his tail again. But Kristen had no idea what was coming. A few days later, they were on a walk when Mo saw another dog across the street, and that's when it happened. He opened his mouth and let out the most bizarre, ear-piercing sound Kristen had ever heard. It wasn't a bark, it wasn't a howl, it was something between a roar and a scream, like a dinosaur. People stopped and stared. Some grabbed their kids. One guy actually laughed and said, "What is that thing?" Kristen was confused. Was Mo scared? Aggressive? Excited? She had no clue. So she contacted a dog trainer, hoping for answers. But even the trainer couldn't explain it. "Some dogs just express themselves differently," he said. "Mo's not dangerous, he's just loud." So Kristen decided to figure Mo out on her own. She worked with him every day. Walks, games, basic training, teaching him commands, boundaries, trust. And slowly, Mo started to blossom. He wasn't broken, he was just learning how to be himself. And his real personality? Absolutely hilarious. Mo's passion for car rides is so much more than just ordinary affection. For him, it's not simply a mode of transportation. It's a full-blown adventure, a moment of pure freedom, the purest expression of savoring life. The instant Kristen opens the car door, a sparkle appears in Mo's eyes. His tail wags so fast, it seems like he might lose his balance. He doesn't wait even a second, doesn't hesitate. With his athletic pit bull build, he launches himself inside in one smooth leap, as if returning to a place he's longed for all his life. And then begins his famous ceremony. He sticks his head out the window and starts screaming. But most screams aren't ordinary barking. This is a unique sound that surprises people, sometimes disturbs them, but equally entertains them. Calling it a dinosaur scream wouldn't be an exaggeration. He screams at birds flying in the sky as if inviting them into his car. He yells at other vehicles passing by, perhaps wanting to say, "Hello, I'm here," to the people inside. Sometimes he howls at nothing, at an empty space, even at the wind. Why?
because that's how he feels in the moment, because he's happy, because he's alive, and sometimes he screams simply because he wants Kristen to look at him. A glance, a pet, any sign of attention is enough. Mo doesn't know how to hide his feelings. He expresses them loudly, proudly, without any shame. In the early days, people were genuinely terrified of Mo. Those sharp, piercing, screaming sounds, combined with his muscular, powerful pit bull appearance, made strangers anxious. People would cross the street when they saw him coming. Other dog owners at the park kept their distance. But anyone who spent just 5 minutes with Mo realized that terrifying first impression was completely misleading, because Mo's truth was very different. He's a giant softie, all appearance, no substance. There's truly no aggressive bone in his body. All that noise and drama is actually an expression of pure love, enthusiasm, and the need for attention. Kristen never imagined her first dog would be a pit bull. She'd always pictured a smaller dog in her mind, perhaps quiet, gentle, easy to care for, a breed that wouldn't disturb the apartment, that neighbors wouldn't complain about, one that was self-sufficient. But Mo was none of these things. He was loud, dramatic, and constantly demanded attention. He didn't know how to be quiet, but it was precisely these qualities that made him perfect. Mo taught Kristen that life doesn't always go according to plan. Sometimes the thing you least expect is exactly what you need most. Mo taught her to stop overthinking, to savor the small moments, to be unapologetically herself, just like Mo was unapologetically himself. At first, Kristen thought she was rescuing Mo, but the truth was much deeper and more meaningful. Actually, Mo had rescued Kristen. Mo came into Kristen's life on her late father's birthday. Coincidence? Maybe, but for Kristen, this was a sign from her father. Mo filled the silence in the house, that unbearable silence that carried the weight of loneliness. He reminded Kristen what it meant to be needed again. He showed her the beauty of being loved unconditionally, of being accepted. He taught her to laugh at life's absurdity, to find hope even in difficult times. Now Mo is everywhere Kristen goes. In the car, in the front seat, his head out the window, on long walks by her side, sometimes leading, sometimes following. Every night curled up on the couch, sleeping next to Kristen. And yes, he still screams like a dinosaur, but now Kristen wouldn't have it any other way. Because that scream isn't just noise, it's Mo's way of saying, I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm so happy to be with you. This is his love language, his expression of happiness, his gratitude to life. Some rescue dogs are quiet, they carry their trauma inside. Some are easy, adapting quickly. But the best ones, the ones that change your life, are the ones that scream, because they show you what it really means to live. So here's my question for you. Do you think rescue dogs choose us, or do we choose them? Share your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, because every rescue dog story is actually a human rescue story. And perhaps by sharing these stories, we can inspire more people to give a Mo their chance.